In this video, I'm going to work through an example of how to multiply expressions that involve complex conjugates. So first, just to clarify what a complex conjugate is, we have -6 minus 4i and -6 plus 4i, and these are called complex conjugates. And basically, the idea with a complex conjugate is you have two terms, a plus bi, and then the complex conjugate to that will be a minus bi. So you're essentially just changing the sign of the imaginary term, and that's what we call a complex conjugate. So we're multiplying these two quantities, and what I have in green, those are complex conjugates. And there's basically two different ways of doing this. So I'm going to show you method 1, and then I'll show you method 2 in a second. You can kind of decide which way you prefer. So one option is going to be to distribute the negatives first. So that would look like this, where we're going to distribute this negative here into the binomial, and we'll do that on each of these. And so the result, when you distribute, is you're going to actually get a trinomial. It's going to have three terms. So x plus 6 plus 4i, that's three individual terms. And then the next quantity is x plus 6 minus 4i if you distribute the negative. So we're multiplying a trinomial times a trinomial, which just means we're going to distribute, and we're going to just have to do this very carefully. I'm going to color code so you can kind of see each of my steps. So I'll start with this x, and we're going to distribute it because of this multiplication here. So x times x is x squared, and then x times 6 is a positive 6x, and then x times negative 4i is a negative 4ix. And now we're done distributing the x, so we'll move on to the next term, which is the 6. I'll do that in a different color. So 6 times x is a positive 6x, 6 times 6 is a positive 36, and 6 times negative 4i is negative 24i. Then we're done distributing the 6, and we'll move on to the last term, which is the 4i. So 4i times x is positive 4ix, 4i times 6 is a positive 24i, and 4i times negative 4i will be a negative 16i squared. And I like to color code because then you can clearly see that you haven't missed any step. You have 3 terms in each color, 9 terms altogether. Now we're going to combine like terms and see if any terms are going to subtract out. So it looks like we have a positive 6x and a positive 6x that we can add together. We also have that x squared at the beginning, which there's no common term with that, so we'll just leave the x squared, and we'll have 6x plus 6x, which is a positive 12x. Then we have a negative 4ix, which will subtract out with a positive 4ix. We also have a negative 24i, which will subtract out with a positive 24i. So we are left with a positive 36 and then a negative 16i squared. Now at this point, it's useful to remember that I, the imaginary unit, is defined as the square root of negative 1. So I squared is defined as negative 1. And this is useful information because this is going to let us simplify a little bit further. We're going to replace this I squared with negative 1. So that way we will not have any imaginary numbers in our final answer. So this will become negative 16 times negative 1, which is going to be a positive 16. And then we'll be able to add the positive 16 to the positive 36. So we'll end up with x squared plus 12x plus 52. And that would be our answer when we multiplied these two expressions that contained complex conjugates. For method 2, we will go ahead and distribute like we did on method 1. But then we're going to actually regroup the terms after this step. So we'll have x plus 6 plus 4i times the quantity x plus 6 minus 4i. So now at this step, I'm going to just copy the previous step and then show you where I'm going to insert parentheses. So I'm going to put parentheses around the first two terms, the x plus 6 in each one of these quantities. And by doing that, I'm going to treat the x plus 6 as the first term in the quantity, and then the positive 4i as the second term. And then I have the x plus 6 as the first term in the second quantity, and the negative 4i as the second term. And by doing this, I'm basically going to be able to go ahead and distribute using the first outside, inside, last method, what we sometimes call FOIL. So we'll be multiplying the quantity x plus 6 times x plus 6, and that will get us x plus 6, the quantity squared. Then outside will be x plus 6 times negative 4i, so that's negative 4i times x plus 6. Inside will be a positive 4i times the quantity x plus 6. And then last will be 4i times negative 4i, which is negative 16i squared. So now we will go ahead and need to distribute and multiply out this x plus 6, the quantity squared. Just remember that when you're multiplying x plus 6, the quantity squared, times itself, that you really want to consider multiplying it out twice so that you don't make a silly mistake here. This is x squared plus 6x plus 6x plus 36, which will be x squared plus 12x plus 36. So we will have that x squared plus 12x plus 36. And then you'll notice that this second term, this negative 4i times x plus 6, it's going to subtract out with the positive 4i times x plus 6, which is nice. And then we'll have negative 16 times I squared, but we're going to replace I squared with negative 1. So negative 16 times negative 1, that's going to turn that into a positive 16. So then when we combine like terms, we'll end up with x squared plus 12x plus 52, because we'll have a positive 36 plus 16. So you see you get the same answer. I personally prefer method 2 once you kind of see that you can regroup the terms. I think it's a little bit less work, but method 1 is perfectly fine if it is your preference. You get to pick either.